Okay, we have made it to Prague, it is named, which you call Prague. And we are in a little local tavern here, just having our dinner as we get ready to look at the city a little bit. And just thought I'd show you around here at a little local establishment, just for you to get the flavor of the city. And around we go. Got plenty of pictures, a little bit of beer here, a little bit of wine, and local people. It's all cool. Okay, we are inside the church at Prague, and I will show you the outside here eventually. But this is a huge church. Rivals St. Peter's, the Vatican. Has the flying buttresses outside that the one in Paris has. And again, a huge church. Kept up by the state, of course, because nobody can afford to keep these churches. Okay, here is the main body of the same church that we were looking at before. And again, very beautiful, very big, as all the old churches are in Europe. Run by the state, owned by the state, maintained by the state, because nobody can afford to do these things. Very busy in Prague. I'd hate to see this in the summertime. Okay, we finally got a picture here, and this thing is so massive that it's hard to get a good picture, but this will give you an idea of what it looks like. The flying buttresses like you see in the Church of Notre Dame in Paris, and the clock, the copper roof. This is all Baroque style, this crazy, very decorative style in this courtyard, which is the palace in Prague. All very interesting. And there you can see lots and lots of people, but nothing like what it would be in the summer again. Sorry to bring that up again. This is the palace, and I don't know how many rooms it is, but it's significant. Of course, one of the very big attractions in Prague. Okay, we walked through an entryway, and this is the second courtyard for the palace. I don't know what that signifies, but it's one of those sculpture things. And you can see how massive this place is. Those people really lived it up in those days. Kept everybody working, just taking care of the palaces and the royalty that was in them. Okay, we're now outside the palace. This is actually the main entryway, and this is the architecture outside and the buildings outside. You can see the main gate here. Mini Eiffel Tower up here. Just kidding, of course. Okay, we have a frontal picture here of the palace. And they call it a castle. I guess it is. This being the front courtyard, the last picture I took was from the other side of the courtyard. You can see the cathedral in the back and the palace steeple there beside the cathedral steeples in this courtyard outside the palace. Okay, we're at the tower at the castle end of the bridge. This is Charles Bridge, famous here in Prague.
Because this tower originally was belonging to another bridge. It was called Judith's Bridge, but that one collapsed in 12th century during flood.
And we'll take a look around here. Pan around. And this is the opposite end of the bridge. We'll be traveling over that way. So I mean, we'll get some better views, but at least it kind of gives you a flavor of the bridge itself. Very old, of course. Here in Prague. Okay, this is a tough picture because we're in the sun, but this is the opposite side of the bridge. Vltava, that's the name of the river. And again, the cityscape and a picture down the bridge. Okay, we have a statue of Charles at the end of the bridge, and I will show you a panoramic view here of what is at the other end of the bridge. Just all sorts of stuff. There's a tram going through. Prague has got very small streets, lots of shoppers. Okay, we are out again in Prague, a different area, and just more great buildings. This happens to be a hotel and restaurant. And over here is what they call the Powder Tower, which used to be a tower for the old city wall. Pretty amazing old buildings here. Not necessarily old, probably rebuilt after the war, because they've done a tremendous amount of rebuilding here. Okay, we have found one of the main shopping areas and boulevards in Prague. I wish I could tell you what that building was, but I don't know. But this is all closed basically to traffic down through here. And lots of stores, huge shopping boulevard. Looky here, we have McDonald's. And no cars down through here, just a huge mall. Down at the very end, you can see the spires of the municipal building that we were in. The Powder Tower, spires, and the municipal building right there. Shopping street in Prague. Reminiscent of a lot of the other European cities we've been in. They have a shopping area where it's like a boulevard, there's no cars, and lots of stores on each side. Talked to a local person here, a local guide yesterday, and she says she buys most of her stuff off the internet because it's cheaper than buying the name brands here. Okay, we are standing on a bridge that is just south of the Charles Bridge, and I'll show you that. This is the National Museum here. We're going to have a train here that's going to pass us. You'll see what a train looks like in Prague. Very good transportation in all these cities. Easy to get around, although they're so close in the old towns that the walking is really the way to go in most cases. Down the road that we came up. Okay, a little bit better picture of the St. Charles Bridge here. We're a little bit closer out the edge of the island that is in the middle of the river, and there you see the St. Charles Bridge. And the balloon, that's a tethered balloon that gives rides to people. And here you see the typical little riverboat that flows up and down this river to give scenic rides. And then over here, some buildings, and straight up above the yellow you can see the castle right behind the tree. And then a little cafe right out of here on the port, which is actually a lock because this dam here that I showed you before, right in front of the boat, keeps the boats from navigating the river without a lock.